Hello, everyone. Excuse all the junk. This is a quick video on steps to start an LLC. So the first thing you want to do is decide on a business name. For most states, you have to come up with at least 3 different variations of your name. For the state of Georgia, you can do what's called a name reservation, where you submit all 3 names. They will tell you which one is approved and send you a document with a control number on it with that approved name. And then you take that control number and put it on your LLC paperwork, and you're guaranteed to have that name. Or you can just file the LLC, put your top 3 choices, and then you're not going to know which one you get until you get the confirmation back that your LLC has been formed. So there's 2 ways you can do it. You also need to know your NAICS code. The NAICS code is how your business is classified, and that is found on this website right here, NAICS.com, and you basically type in whatever I'll take it to the beginning. You type in whatever type of business you have into the search bar, and it will tell you what your NAICS code is. So for the sake of this discussion, we'll use trucking. So it's going to give you a list of everything that has to do with trucking. And so you now have to figure out where you fit into these categories and which one is applicable to you. So if you're doing general freight local, then this will be your NAICS code here. If you're doing less than truckload, long distance freight trucking, then this will be your NAICS code here. When you complete your paperwork for your LLC, it's going to ask you for your NAICS code, so you're required to put that. So you're going to have to make sure that you know what that NAICS code is. If you're in doubt, you can click any of these on here, and it will give you businesses that fall under that NAICS code. And then that way you can see if your business is in alignment with the businesses that they have that are listed here. And then you need to decide on a registered agent. Either you can be your own registered agent, or you can hire somebody, a company that will be your registered agent. The registered agent is just whoever's going to accept your official mail for your LLC. It doesn't have to be an attorney or another person. It could be you. Just be sure that whatever address you put on this paperwork, that it is not your home, because this is public information. Anyone can go on the state website and get this information. So be sure that you use a post office box that has a physical street address or a virtual address for your address. Once you have your name and your NAICS code and you've decided on your registered agent, then you're going to go ahead and file with your state. When you file with your state, depending upon their workload, it could take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks to get the paperwork back. They're then going to send you a form back that says that you've been incorporated. And with that will be your articles of organization. At that point, you need to draft your operating agreement and file that with your state. Most people skip this step. They don't skip it, they forget about it. Your operating agreement basically is the agreement for how your business is going to operate. So let's say if you become incapacitated and you can't operate your business, or if you get sick, or if anything should happen to you, what happens to your business? That's what's in this operating agreement. If you have business partners, if you have a partnership, how shares are distributed, or how revenue is distributed, or if one person is the managing partner, whatever the things are, it needs to be in that operating agreement. So that's very important. Once all of this is done, then you need to file your EIN. What you're going to do for your EIN is you're going to go to Google and you just type in IRS EIN. Be sure that you're not using a sponsored post at the top, because sometimes they'll list there, because there's no charge for the EIN. So you're basically just going to go to the IRS website, make sure you're at irs.gov. Well, I could have clicked that. And then you're just going to click apply. Now today's Sunday, so they're closed. You have to do this Monday through Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You just click apply now. It's going to ask you the exact same questions. Your name, address. Again, use the same address, not your home, for all of this paperwork. Name, address, city, state, zip, email address. Then it's going to ask you for your business name. It has to match exactly the way it is on the paperwork that you get from the state. It has to be the same. So do not do this part first. You have to get your LLC first, then you get your EIN. Then it's going to ask you again the category of your business, whatever that is. You just click the appropriate one. And then at the end, you can download the form. Be sure you save it, because if you don't save it, it's like an act of Congress to get a copy of it. So at the end, you can either get it mailed to you or you can get it online. choose the one to get it online. It's going to bring up the document. Then you save the document and you're pretty much done with that. Now, a couple of tips. You want to, again, I can't stress this enough, use a virtual address. Unless, of course, you have a transportation company, in which case you have to have a physical address for FMCSA. Outside of that, in any other businesses, you need to have a virtual address or a post office box. Be sure to get your email address with your domain name, not at Yahoo or AOL or Gmail or any of those things. It needs to be whatever your name or info or support at, and then whatever your domain name is. I use Gmail. I like Gmail, but anytime I'm doing official business for my business, I always use the info at my domain name email address. You want to get a company telephone number. You want to get a website, your DUNS number, and any required licenses that are required by your state, and that varies by state. You want to make sure you have all of these things so that your business shows in Google listings and that you're legit. When people reach out to you, they can find you, and that you have a presence on social media and on the web. So you're open for business. Now what? What is your plan? So before you do anything, you need to sit down and put together a business plan. Again, if you need a business license of any kind, be sure that you get that, or any other types of certifications you need for your business. Think about your branding and your marketing and whatever your presence is going to be online. You need to make sure that you sit down and you figure that out. Don't just go incorporate a business and start doing it and you have no plan. You need to have a plan, some type of strategy for how you're going to build out your business and what that's going to look like. And again, if you have any questions, you can reach me at theboxlady.com, or you can follow my TikTok at theboxlady, at theboxtrucklady if you have any questions. And again, this is a very simple process. It's not complicated at all. A lot of people think that it's complicated, but it's not. Again, it's the same questions: name, address, city, state, zip, email, your NAICS code, who is your registered agent, and pay. That's it. And then get your EIN and you're in business.